So today we are crimping some battery cables. So it's some heavier gauge stuff. It's 25 to 35 square millimeters. That's about gauge 2 or 3. Like these two wires here. I got my harness like this. It was cut at the firewall and it's a mess. The whole harness is a mess. Will be done in the future too, but for now let's focus on the heavy gauge wires. The interior is stripped a little bit. The center console is missing and some panels here and there, so I can access stuff and route the cables. Speaking of the center console, here it is. It's housing a main switch. The main positive wire from the battery goes to this switch and then it splices to the places where it needs to go, like to the engine bay, to the starter, and up here to the fuse box, and another wire from the fuse box to the engine bay to the alternator. So let's put this thing in and measure the wires. And here it is. Down here it enters the engine bay. I need to double check which wire is which one, because I'm connecting it to the old ones. It's just temporary, it's just for now. I think I'll be using a bulkhead or something in the future. I don't know really yet, but the whole harness will be redone and it will be a little bit different. So I need the white one. The white one is for the starter. The alternator gets a different wire. It will be connected to the fuse box, not the main switch. So now that I know where these are matching, it's time to cut. This is the thing I'm using to connect these cables. Put the first cable on one side, crimp it down. Second cable on the other side, crimp it down, and voila. This is how much it goes in, so it's time to strip it. And it fits. So it's time to take out the crimper. Here it is. It's just a generic Chinese brand crimper. I don't even know the brand. I put the link down below where I got it on Amazon. It's got all type of different dies that came with it, from 8 to 300 square millimeters I think. I hope it works for my needs. So here it is. This is the first crimp and this is the cable that goes to this connector. So I'm going to prepare this and then connect it. This is the shrink tubing I use. It's a little bit thicker walled and it has glue inside. And now I need to strip the wire. I roll around the wire without the saw motion, so I don't cut no strands off. And all the copper stays where it needs to be. This is just a test fit and I don't like this gap here. So the wire is a little bit too long. The connector has to stop in the middle. So I just cut the copper a little bit so I can put it in without the gap. I don't cut this bigger gauge wires too often, so I don't got the tool for this. I don't got a bigger cutter, but whatever. And this looks nice, I'm happy with it, so let's go to the bay. crimp successfully done. Wires are connected, and here's the wire difference. I don't know how I could measure this wrong. Now a little bit heat shrink to protect it, and we're good. And done. Now it's time to route it in. And here it is inside and already connected to the main switch. So let's put this bad boy in and lay all the wires behind the dash and see if everything fits. And this is the last cable going in, it's the alternator. Everything is in, everything is connected, and this is how the battery sits with color-coded caps so I don't confuse them. And you can see the ground wire in the back looping behind the battery and going to the chassis. But the Odyssey is dead, so I switch it up for this one here and connect it and check it out. Let's see if it works, if the car starts. So everything is in, cleaned it up a little bit, just a quick wipe and vacuum. And I need to put in one of these to hang this one part of the harness up against the firewall. This one here has to go up. Much better now. Just need to figure out the way to mount the ECU and this Wi-Fi dongle down here. A little bit higher, something like this. And yeah, much cleaner now. But let's check if the engine starts and all the stuff works. This was a little bit weird. Took a little bit longer to start, but runs fine. A little bit cleaner down here. I like it. So I think I take it out for a little spin, let it heat cycle. I got to eliminate some vibrations. Most vibrations are this display on the carbon plate here. It's just laying there. But I'm super happy it's clean now down here. Still not ready, but I like it. I call it a success.